Hello and welcome to another episode of the Red Pill Australia. Today I'm going to be talking about something very interesting. Yes, it is a conspiracy theory, but I'm going to be talking about the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, as well as talking about some of the most powerful families that exist in this world and societies that also exist. Now, to get your head around all this, it's quite big and hectic. There's a lot of stuff. According to people, this is all fake. But if this turns out to be true, then these are the real people who control the world, manipulate everything from behind the scenes, governments, politics, terrorism. And if this is true, then the world is not free. We are controlled, manipulated, and brainwashed. Okay, so the first family I want to talk about today. A lot of people might know this family or heard of somewhat about it. Soros, one of the most powerful people in the world. You would have heard that name. Or Rockefeller, you might have heard that one, is another family. Kennedy is another family. JFK's family, in fact. It all dates back centuries, not years. This manipulation dates back centuries. That's how old some of these families are. So some of these family names I'm going to mention right now. Where is it? So the first family I'm going to bloodline / family I'm going to mention is the Astor bloodline, which is Bill and Hillary Clinton. Then we have the Bundy bloodline, which has G.H.W. Bush, G.W. Bush Jr., Joe McAfee. Then we have the Collins bloodline, Henry Kissinger, and this is in brackets, MK Ultra master handler of Sarah Plain, I think the name is. Then we have the DuPont bloodline, John Edwards. The Freeman bloodline, we have Gabriel G. Ford and Daniel G. Ford. Underneath that also has John Wheeler, MK Ultra handler of Jard Longiner, Raytheon. It has a lot about Project Monica, CIA, MK Ultra. The Kennedy bloodline is another bloodline, JFK, Bobby Kennedy, Ted Kennedy. The Lee bloodline, Chinese Secret Society. That's their bloodline. Then we have the Reynolds bloodline. The Onasis bloodline, which has John Foster, Julius Jackie Onassis, wife of JFK. Very hard to say. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. The Rockefeller bloodline, the Rothschilds bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Dane bloodline, Dutch Belgium Society, Kellogg Foundation, the Merovingian bloodline, Adolf Hitler, George Soros, the Disney bloodline, added later, the Krupp bloodline, added later, and the McDonald bloodline, added later. But as you can see, some of these names have been familiarized and have been talked about. One of the reasons why JFK got assassinated is he was going to expose all this information and all this corruption in the world. Some of the reason why they assassinated him, to stop it from being exposed. There's been a lot of people trying to expose this conspiracy theory for a very long time, but all they've tried to expose it have either ended up dead or just disappeared. This is the 13 bloodlines that are listed. These ones might actually control the world. We will never know. This is only a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy till it's proven true, which might not ever be proven true, but it might eventually. But as you can see, these bloodlines are some of the most powerful and are apparently the Illuminati bloodlines. I found a CIA document called The Bloodlines of the Illuminati, too. So, the question is this a real society that exists? And if this society does exist, they need to be brought down. These are the people that control everything in the world. Food, water, money. You think we live in freedom? No, we don't. All around us is manipulation after manipulation, and they're trying to control us. We're all brainwashed from a young age, taught by interesting curriculums at school that have been taught to us, and then we're told to trust ourselves, do what we want, live, provide for our family, stuff like that. But if we're all being manipulated, we need to break this chain. If we do not break this chain, then we're screwed. We'll always be controlled, manipulated, coerced. Freedom should be freedom. Not controlled freedom. Freedom to choose what we want to do with our lives. Choose. Have a fair election. Vote for people that we want in politics. But if you look at it this way, and let's look at the American election recently. Joe Biden versus Trump. Everyone hated Trump. But Trump was one of the best presidents because he did a lot of stuff. But everyone's got to forget about that. He was trying to strengthen the border between America and Mexico to stop drugs and people coming across illegally. And he wanted Mexico to pay for it. Smart idea, but yes, I agree, the border needed to be protected. Look at it now. What's Biden done that's been useful? Absolutely nothing. This is elderly abuse, putting Joe Biden in the position he is in now. It's abuse. He does not know what he's doing. He's obviously at that senile age where his memory's not too good. And it's like, he shouldn't even be president. He's really old. He should be in a nice quiet home, relaxing, not being president of a country. Another interesting thing in America is the FEMA, Federal Emergency Agency, have been getting a lot of money for quite a while. Now, they've been restoring railway cars to have shackles. They've also been purchasing a lot of plastic coffins. Some of these trains that they've had refurbished and renewed are very long, and they've purchased so many plastic coffins. Now, what they want to do to the world is depopulate the world. Across the world, because apparently there's too many people. And the way they gotta do it is sort of the way they did it in World War II. They're either going to gas us, put us into concentration camps, or something worse that has never been seen before. Smart cities could be coming sooner than we think too. Smart cities are cities that people live in, and everyone from regional communities and those communities that aren't really Technological pad will be brought into these smart cities with everyone else. They're pretty much going to control everyone in these cities. And you're expected to be happy, or you have that risk of disappearing. The world is the world is breaking. What we know, the world is in trouble. It is in big trouble. If we do not stop this, it will soon be too late to stop what is coming. And I'm sorry to say it, there's a lot of people trying to expose this, but a lot of us are getting fed up and tired because all you people think we're crazy. Mad right crazy. That no one controls the world, our governments are kind, stuff like that. You're the most brainwashed out of everyone. If you look at how everything is turning out, they're trying to manipulate and change everything. Letting transgenders compete in sports, which is now been banned and made illegal in swimming, which it should have been from in the first place. I'm not going to rant on that one. I'm tired of that one. I'm tired of all this lies that we've been told. The lies are so big and over our heads that we're all getting to the point where it's like, if you don't see it now, then good luck. Good luck for the future. Well, everyone else has suddenly gone bush, you gotta be still here, witnessing the true corruption that this world is in. And you might realize that some of these people were right in fighting for our freedom. Fighting for our rights, for freedom of speech. We have that right. If we do not act now, the future is lost. I want to tell you George Orwell's final words to us, because they're quite powerful. It's labelled as his final warning. He says, "In our world there will be no emotions except fear, rage, and triumph. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except to the party, but always there will be intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of triumph." Triumph on an enemy who is helpless. If you want to imagine the future, imagine a boot stepping on a human face forever. The moral of this story is don't let it happen. This was his final warning to us. This is George Orwell's final warning. George Orwell was the author who, some of his known books is Animal Farm, 1984. Some of these books that George Orwell has written has somewhat come true. 1984 is starting to become true. Let me find a quote for you. Here's a quote from 1984. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. That is a very good quote. A very, very powerful quote, because what they're doing is they're changing the way. If you're to look to the future, the people who control the past, which is these families that have not been proven yet, control the future too. But if we can control the present and change this, then the future looks bright for humanity. We must fight. We must survive. Because this world's getting to a point. It's breaking, and it's gonna screw us over. If we do not act or do something, this is going to be set in stone forever. You will own nothing, but you'll be expected to be happy. And you know the ones who will be controlling it? The United Nations. Because why not? Because the United Nations are the ones that are trying to manipulate us. They've been doing it for ages. And this is why the world is so corrupt. Everyone's been manipulated. We've all been manipulated. And we have to start to reprogram. If we do not deprogram and reprogram ourselves, we'll never be ourselves. We'll always be controlled. I'm going to leave, for the final quote, I'm going to say this, and I want you to listen to this quote and let it sit with you. It's from the mini-series Chernobyl. What is the cost of lies? It's not that we will mistake them for the truth. The real danger is that if we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all. Think about it. What does that mean to you? Leave a comment to say what it means to you. This is my message to you all. Wake up. Start researching this stuff. Find the truth, because it's all out there. It's buried. Once this truth is released, there's no stopping it. Sparks will fly that will light it. The fires that will free us. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.